How's it going again, guys? Grumpy Panda here, ready to bring you another Dead by Daylight patch video. We're here to talk about the new Resident Evil chapter that just got released today. Also, we're going to talk about just, really what other changes have kind of taken place within the chapter as far as the balance patch. There's always a couple of balance tweaks in there, whether it's perks being balanced or maps being changed. We're going to go over all of that stuff in this video, so come check it out. Here we go. All right, so let's get right into it. On top of the patch notes, I'll go ahead and say this: they got the new they got skins for Chris Redfield and Claire Redfield. So the Redfields are going to be in here. So let's just say Dead by Daylight is making a buku amount of money off this DLC. It's a lot of money to be made for both parties. So it's a win-win for everybody on that count. Okay, to the patch notes. We will talk about, here's the website if you guys want to check it out. I'll leave it down in the descriptions below so you guys can also follow it and check it out. So they did a Trapper update content. Multiple fixes on bugs, perks, powers, maps, collisions, animations, and customizations. Also, no, that's old. Okay, that is old. And that's it. So let's go to the website. That's pretty much it. And the matchmaking test is still ongoing. Wait, no, it ended. Never mind. Okay, let's go to the website. Okay, now we're here at the website. Let's check out what changes, balance changes we have got going on here. Obviously, they added the new DLC, improved tutorials. Okay, that's great. I'm always a big fan of that for new players upcoming. Legendary outfits now display customized portraits in the HUD names in the lobby. So they got the legendary outfits now display customized portraits in HUD and names in the lobby. So I don't think that's referring to the legacy outfits. I think this is something different. This is talking about, like, with Chris's, they're considered legendary outfits for, like, if they're a different character. Obviously they didn't bring in Chris Redfield and Chris and Claire. What they did, they brought a skin in so you can play as them for Jill and probably Leon. So Leon can play as Chris and Jill can play as Claire. You're not going to be able to play as Claire with Leon, and vice versa, which makes sense. Maybe you can. I doubt it though. Just like you wouldn't be able to play with, like, Meg. You can play Meg as not Nancy, Cheryl's character, legendary outfit. The nurse. She's got two of them actually. She's got the nurse and she's got the girl beside her, whatever her name is. Always forget her name. Okay, so Trapper visual update, new mesh and textures for the Circus Strongman, Blast Furnace, Trapper based outfits and their variants. Okay, support for the 5th anniversary. Balance, this is what I want to get to. Okay, oh no, Demogorgon. I see Demogorgon. This ain't good. Something tells me that they're gonna nerf this because I use this add-on constantly. This is my go-to add-on. I think it's godlike. Let's just see what they did, because this is the one. And if you don't know what this does, Lifeguard Whistle allows you to put a portal down, and once you activate it, you do not have to charge up your attack or whatnot to get Killer Instinct. It does it on its own. It's really good. Add-on Lifeguard now reduces the detection range from portal by 1 meter. So you still does the same effect. However, I think there's only 3 meters, or I don't know this for sure. Don't quote me on this. I think it's about a 3 meter radius from when you do activate it, and if you do charge it, or if you have Lifeguard's Whistle, it's only about 3 meters. So it's going to be like 2 meters. Again, don't quote me on that. It doesn't give you verbiage as to how wide or big the radius is, but it is not big at all, and that decreases it by another meter. Okay, add-on reduced from 15% from 20%. So they're nerfing them. This is unfortunate. Black Heart bonus reduced 15% from 20. Add-on Vermilion web cap. There's not a whole lot of add-ons I use except for 2 or 3. So increase to 3 seconds from 1. Wait, so this is not one I even like. Wait. Oh, that might be the pink one. I don't know. Add-on rat tail increase to 35 from... See, these are the ones I don't use, so they're trying to make them try to balance them out. That's fair. The perk Franklin's Demise will no longer destroy items. Instead, it will drain charges from items over time and leave them empty. What? Now, why would they do that? That's crazy. That really makes it ineffective in a lot. Well, what it does is it allows them to pick it back up later and survive, so it doesn't destroy it. So I don't agree with that, just because like there's no urgency to get the item now, because before it destroyed it, you want to hurry up and get it before it's destroyed, right? Now you can pick it up, you know, if you get hit at the beginning of the game, you can pick it up toward the end once you're safe, and you won't have anything which the game's over with at that point. But you'll be able to use it if it's a key or a purple flashlight. You'll be able to use it later. So that's a big... I totally disagree with this, because a lot of people don't even use this perk. They need to be finding ways to get people using it, not this. Increased duration of perk Lucky Break. Oh goodness, here it comes. The meta that I was hoping to avoid. It's going to be increased from 40, 50, 60 up from 35, 40, and 45. So... that's a big deal. If you get in a long chase, if you're able to keep up with them, it's not 60 seconds is not a long time. However, if you lose them, then they're going to get, if you continue to lose them, they can get upwards to 3 chases with it. 20 seconds each. That sounds like just enough time to get away if you get hit. So they still got to heal. So really, three chases is actually pushing it. 2 chases. You can get 2 chases out of this, and if you escape 2 times because of Lucky Break, I'd say it's worth it. Absolutely. Okay, so that's, you know, I did test it at 45 seconds, and it's not very long. But again, the perk is really good, so you have to kind of see it from both sides. Readjusted maximum turn rate per frame during Blight's Rush at large look angles. What does that mean? Maximum turn rate per frame. Okay, that's, I don't know. Okay. I don't know what that means. Just readjusted it. Bugs and fixes, perks and powers. Fix an issue that caused fully regressed generators to remain highlighted yellow when using. Yes. So that's not supposed to be like that. Is it supposed to turn yellow when it regresses or no? I didn't know that. I've noticed that, but is it saying it's not supposed to turn yellow, or is it supposed to, not turn yellow and and remain yellow? So I think, I don't know what that says. Fix an issue that could prevent the perk Insidious from deactivating. Fix an issue to draw. Okay, that's a big deal. Fix an issue that could prevent the shape's terror radius from properly updating while in tier 3. Okay. The rest of these are not as big of a deal. Fix an issue that could sometimes cause a terror radius to be heard when the killer is affected by the undetectable status effect. That's a big deal. And then we got preventing the ranger medkit from increasing the size of the great skill check. Okay. And then you got maps and collisions. You know, we got problems with running into stuff. They need to fix. I hope they fix a lot of the Blight's issue. He has trouble bouncing off of, slamming off of hills, which is crazy. Cars. I'm talking running right into the cars. I can show you guys examples from the stream, and it's ridiculous. Cars, hills, and there's a couple other rocks, boulders. For some reason, they just don't have a hit detection, and if you hit it, like M1 attack it, you know, it's supposed to make a noise. It doesn't. So that's the issue. You need to fix that. Okay, a lot of other stuff here. So you can't go up the ramp before? Okay. Oh wow, you can go through a closed window up on the Learys. Okay. So there's a, you know, there's, wait. I thought that, I saw a rock and I was like, maybe they fixed the blight. Okay. Animations, you know, I don't really care about that. I mean, that stuff is more for visual prowess and looks. it's not really pertinent to the balance of the game, in my opinion. Actually, that's a fact. Okay, audio. This is important, possibly. Fix an issue that could cause the tally screen audio to become muffled when completing a trial while the Trickster's main event's active. Issue that could cause Victor's pounce audio to be muffled when jumping on the wooden planks above the killer's basement in the slaughterhouse. Fix an issue that could prevent survivors from hearing the cannibal's chainsaw rev if we're looking away further than 5 meters from him. I think that happened to me. It didn't. It was like 2 nights ago, maybe last night, playing on the Nurse's Clown's map, and he was revving up, and I was about to go into the pallet, and all of a sudden I heard him, you know, squeal. I'm like, wait a minute, he didn't even charge up. It was crazy. Maybe I'll find that clip for you guys and show it to you. Archives. Okay. Switch only. Okay, that's change it from PTB. Let's just go over this and then we're done. Killer the Nemesis. This is changes from the PTB. Zombies respawn every 45 seconds. Was 30 seconds, so they nerfed it when destroyed by survivors. Okay, so I'm okay with this. And I hate this, but I'm okay with it because it gives survivors value for throwing down. You're throwing down a pallet, so you need to get value out of destroying a zombie. Granted, if you're on a map like especially like the game or the Hawking's lab, you're gonna have pallets to throw down, so that's not that big of a deal. But other maps, you know, pallets are, you know, not as many, so I'm okay with this. Actually, let's see what the rest says. Zombies spend a maximum of 1.5 seconds in idle before starting to patrol. Was up to 3 seconds. Okay, so they buffed that. Okay, so they actually had them in idle. Well, I don't think a zombie well, I actually sometimes want them idling by a gen, but other than that, I really don't want them idling. I've seen them like at the shack. I don't think they go through windows, which I'm pretty sure. I think they should be able to. They should, like, you know, you've seen Resident Evil zombies. They should crawl through the windows and get back upright. That'd be awesome. Why can't they do that? I think the reason they do that, and honestly, it should block the window. Like, even if they're not crawling through it, I don't know this for a fact, but I'm hoping that because I saw him in the shack the other game, he was just standing there, and he was like, it was funny. It's like he was in a house and he was looking out the window at me, and I was doing the generator. I was a survivor, and he didn't move. He was idle for like 10 seconds. And so I'm hoping if somebody was try to go through that window, it would block it, but it probably wouldn't. But that, at the very least, he'd probably get hit. They need to kind of fix the AI a little bit, because sometimes they're on point, other times they're getting stuck, and they're having problems, you know, just small problems that make a big deal, because, you know, you got to have, you know, having that support definitely helps Nemesis. All right. Zombies audio range extended to 6 meters. It was 5 meters. Okay, so you can actually hear them a little bit further. Zombies now shrink their collision when blinded, allowing survivors to move past them in a small area. Okay, fair enough. You know, you have to give value to the. This is one thing I like about the devs. They do a good job of when they bring a new chapter into the game. For the most part, they bring value to the other items in the game. So they didn't have to do this, but a flashlight is not only good for Wraith and Hag and some you know, blinding killers, obviously, but it's also good for like blinding zombies now. So they're allowing you to get value out of a flashlight still with new chapters going forward, and that's great. That allows you to make plays. That allows you to have some creativity. Hitting a contaminated survivor with a tentacle strike increases mutation rate the same amount as hitting a zombie. Wait, what? What was it before? Oh, I didn't know that. Hitting a contaminated survivor with tentacle strike increases mutation rate. So, mind blown. Didn't know this, because I don't always look down to the box to see the number. So if you hit them with, even if you're level 1, you got to get them contaminated, but if you hit them again, you go level 2. That is really good. That allows you to not have to waste a zombie at the beginning of the game. Okay. I wish we had more. I think it's RNG, but I don't know when like a survivor or when you kill a zombie, when you power up with mutation rate. I don't know. I think it's again RNG. You don't know where they're spawning. You know when they spawn, like 30 seconds later, I think. But it's like you don't know where they're going to spawn. I wish you maybe had an add-on or something that would give you some more power to allow you to have more control of where they spawn in at, possibly. That'd be nice. Just a thought. Perk Lethal Pursuer duration increased to 789, was 567. This perk is probably going to be underrated because I don't see it's not a bad perk, but I'm not going to use it very often. Hysteria triggers when healthy survivors when healthy survivors are put into the injured state by any means previously triggered by only basic attacks. So that's nice. So it doesn't matter if you M1 special attack or zombie attack, you're going to trigger this. So this is really nice. Cooldown's reduced to 30 seconds, was 60. They obviously saw that this perk was not being used very good, and or wasn't getting any kind of value out of it. It wasn't very good, and so that's nice. Cooldown reduced. Okay, perk Eruption triggers when survivors enter the dying state by any means previously triggered by only this is such a big deal, guys. This will allow other killers to use this perk, is what that means. Talking about Pyramid Head, talking about Demogorgon, people that have really good basic or special attacks will be able to use this, and that's the way it should be. They should do that more often. You know, very few perks should be just M1 attacking, and like only a few come to mind that should be like that. Save the best for last, and a few others. Cooldown reduced to 30 seconds, was 90 seconds. Woo, I didn't know it was that high. Incapacitated duration increased to 12, 14, 16, up from 10, 12, and 14. So 2 seconds add-on. So if I'm not mistaken, we'll go over this. Incapacitated means that you as a survivor can't do anything. You're incapacitated. You can't heal yourself, or anybody else. Can't unhook. Can't do gens. Can't do totems. Nothing. I think you can go in a locker maybe, but that's about it. I think. I only think you can open a gate. We'll double check. All right, so bug fixes. I hope they, I don't want to say balance the map, but they kind of need to do some stuff with the map, which I only played on it probably 10 times, the Raccoon Police Department, but it was a maze. Maybe I just got to get more familiar with it, but it's such so many trails and nook and crannies, and it's to me it's really tough. So I don't know what they should do with that, but we'll have to play and see in the future. Let's go over to the game and check out a couple of those perks I was going over, specifically Nemesis's. Hysteria. Okay, so I was right. So whenever a healthy survivor becomes injured by any means, all injured survivors suffer oblivious status effect for 30 seconds. You know, and Spine Chill really will mess you up on that, obviously. I would almost venture to say that Spine Shield should be deactivated at that point, because it gives, I don't know, maybe not. It just honestly gives you information. When you're oblivious, the whole point of being oblivious is you can't hear anything. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking into the air, or talking, you know, going against the grain on that one, I think. I know a lot of people probably won't agree with that. Lethal Pursuer. We already talked about that. And his other perk is Eruption. Cue in the Snoop Dogg Eruption. Eruption, after kicking a generator, is highlighted yellow. Whenever a survivor enters dying state, every affected generator explodes, losing 6%. This is tier 3. Worth of progress, and not only does it lose that, it's like Surge. It kicks it pops 6%, and it goes down. Any survivor repairing a generator when it explodes will scream and suffer from the incapacitated status for 16 seconds. Okay, now that I got this on my mind, let's talk about the incapacitated. Let's go over to status effects. Okay, here's a new, I think this is new as well, I'm pretty sure. Incapacitated. The survivor is unable to complete not all. That's interesting. So what basic actions can they do? This includes healing and mending themselves. Other survivors repairing and sabotaging gens, cleansing totems, searching chests, using, picking up, and dropping items. So they can still open gates. Gates are not going to be a factor because when you pop a generator, you still got a gen left to do. So therefore, you know, because it's going to regress 6%, so you have to get that 6% back if it was 99. So I could see that not being a factor. But I'm sure there's one or two things that I'm missing here that they can still do. But the main thing is they cannot repair. They can't heal themselves. Here's a thing. This could be really good for Legion. Let's say you hit somebody with this Feral Frenzy, and they're mending. They decide to do gens while they are deep wounded. Well, if they're incapacitated, well, I guess they can just keep running. I was gonna say they're incapacitated for 16 seconds, so they can't mend or heal themselves. So they would have to run until the 16 seconds was up. So I kind of just had a thought there, but back in the day before they changed Legion, your timer went down no matter what, whether you were walking, running, crawling, it went down. So that would be a major buff to him, and I would like to see that, but they changed Legion, so it doesn't matter. All right, so those are the two status effects I wanted to go over. And as far as his add-ons, okay, nothing there I want to go over. I love the fact that if you hit a person, a survivor, with once they're contaminated, you hit them again, you level up. I love that. That's such a big deal. So, add-ons. Survivors are inflicted with the exposed status effect for 12 seconds when using a vaccine. This is Iridescent Umbrella Badge. So this is not bad, because once they use the vaccine, their killer instinct activates, so you know where they're at. Not their aura, but their killer instinct. A little bit different, but gives you the vicinity of them, and so that's pretty cool. 12 seconds, to me, that's too short. And because even if you're right beside somebody, man, 12 seconds is long enough for you. If you run in if you know which direction the killer's coming from, you can run in the opposite direction and just about get that 12 seconds. You have to be really close to them. Then you got pallets, windows, etc. And exposed, if I'm not mistaken, you have to M1 attack them. Okay, so that removes one. This is pretty decent, not bad. Reveals the survivor's aura for 12 seconds after they unlock a supply case. I like that one. I like seeing the aura. That really helps. Now, I think if you go in a locker, that hides it though. Jill sandwich. That's such a funny thing. It's an Easter egg because that's from a line from the very first game with Barry saying something to Jill. If you guys know about it, I might even insert it in the video. You know, he says this right here. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna get that. I think I'm gonna get that for you guys. Oh man, Barry. That's who they should have brought into the game as a skin. Barry would have been awesome with that that Magnum of his. Man, it's a bad gun. I think it's a 357. All right. When receiving contamination effect, the survivor suffers from oblivious status effect for 60 seconds. When receiving. So, when they get hit, obviously. Moderately increase the amount of time survivors are hindered. I think that means when they're slowing down, so that's pretty good. I like that one. Increases time for survivors to open supply cases. I don't care about this one. I think this is probably the one. It's green too, so I don't get it. Like, it's terrible. To me, that's not good. Because you don't see them until they use it, you know? So that's a big deal. Now, if you could see them while they're opening it, that would be pretty good. Gain the undetectable status effect for 15 seconds when a zombie is destroyed. Not bad. Not bad. Increases mutation rate when destroying zombies with 10. Wait, what? What does it mean considerably increases? Do you jump another level? I don't quite understand this one. Because your mutation rate, is there in between levels that I don't know about? Like, is there like 1.5 or? It's just kind of weird. I mean, I think I guess it means 2 levels. It has to. And, you know, they're using the word considerably because that's what the words in the, you know, they already have in the game. Moderately increases mutation rate when destroying zombies with the tentacle strike. Well, you already get a mutation rate when destroying a zombie. So that's considerably. This is moderately. I'm just a little confused here. And this decreases zombie respawn time. Wow. So it does 2 things. That's really good. Extends detection range. This is good because you have to get kind of like within 4 or 5 meters for them to detect you. Considerably increased length of killer instinct when using vaccine. Increased mutation rate when hitting survivors. Okay. So moderately is a little bit is below considerably. And this increases movement speed for the zombies. And the last one, zombie heart. Well, not the last one, but yeah, pretty much the last one. Increases rate when destroying zombies with, okay, it's the same thing, but the yellow. Just less. And these are just, are these any different? Increases time, takes to inject. Length of killer instinct when using the vaccine. This, zombies' auras turn yellow for 6 seconds after hitting a survivor. Why would you want that? You can see them in white already. I don't get that. Extends the detection range. Okay, so that's that. And, I mean, if you guys want, we can kind of go over the survivors real fast. I mean, I don't know if we should, because I kind of already went over them in the last video. Yeah, I think we're good. I mean, they didn't change anything, so we're not going to go over them. Just know that, you know, the perks for Jill are really, really good. Counterforce, you know, I'm not going to go over them, but they're really good. The best one for her, in my opinion, is Resurgence. If you guys want my opinion, I'll just say this. It goes to, I think, 50% at tier 3. So when you get unhooked, instantly you're at 50%. And I think it's every time, if I'm not mistaken. It's every single time. That's so good. And then Blast Mine, you know, it's a trap for the killer. Leon, his best perk, I'll say this, is probably, it's not definitely not about the bullet. A lot of people might say Flashbang. I'm gonna say that Flashbang may be the best, but the best value is probably going to be Rookie Spirit, because this will be a game changer. Because not only once you complete 5 skill checks at all, which is in no time, you're going to see generators being kicked all over the map. So if you get a long game, you're going to know where the killer's at, number 1, if you're paying attention. Because as soon as the gen starts regressing, unless it's like oppression, you know where he's at. So that's really good information, especially if you survive with friends. But Flashbang is going to be good for even for locker builds, or if not, it's like a Firecracker. I think it's the same effect. Don't hold me to that though, because I haven't really, I might have been hit by one before. Okay guys, so that is the new chapter, Resident Evil. We talked about the changes within the chapter that they made from the public test build, and for the most part I really agree with it. I got to play some more games with Nemesis to see how well he's doing, but as of right now, he's looking pretty good. I don't think he's top tier first impressions, but he's not in a bad spot. And so basically that is the entire chapter review. After the it's live now, so if you guys would like to play Nemesis and experience the new Resident Evil chapter on Dead by Daylight, get into it now, jump into some games, and tell me guys what you think about it. But from my perspective, I'm loving it. I think Nemesis is in a good spot. Again, I don't think he's top tier, but I do think he's in a good place. And I love the fact that the main thing for him is he can level up a lot faster now. I think leveling up is the first thing you should do with him. I'm gonna hit first thing I'm going to do is hit a zombie. That's my strategy. Or if I see somebody, I'm going to hit them twice with the tentacle, because you got to get to level 2 immediately. I think level 2 allows you to break pallets, and level 3 allows you to extend the range. So, and I think even at level 1, I could be wrong, but the thing that separates them, that makes him really good, is pallets are not safe with him. Meaning, if you throw a pallet down, he can still hit you like the Huntress, not like the Deathslinger. Deathslinger can hit you when you're healthy, and he can hit you as well with when you're injured, but it has to be certain areas. Like if the loop is too long, he can get around in time. So it's a gimmick in a lot of ways. And so this time, this killer can do that every time if he's accurate with his tentacle strike. So that's the big game changer for him, and that's why I think he will be a pretty solid killer, and he's going to be okay as long as they don't mess with him. I would like to see the zombies get changed a little bit, get upgraded, and not so I know they're AIs, so they're going to be a little gimmicky, but they need to be a little bit more consistent with stop idling. Like if they should always be moving, is all I'm saying. They should never idle. You know, they're zombies, you know, they're looking for flesh. So I'm not saying they should follow somebody all the time, but they should be moving. So that's my big thing. And they shouldn't get caught up on things. So those are the things I want to see fixed and changed in the future. Hopefully they get those sorted and squared away. Again, guys, thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button. I, as always, appreciate you for supporting me. And until next time, guys, I am Grumpy Panda signing off. We'll see you out in the fog. Take care.